everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Cryptid Cocktail Party. I am your host, Dave, and today I am joined by a good friend and co-host of the Cool Parents podcast, Curtis Charles. What's going on, man?
Not much. How are you doing?
Oh, I can't complain. This beer is disgusting. I don't know if I could drink it.
Well, don't.
And
That's the good thing about this great country. You don't have to.
well, no, I know, but the premise of the show is that, we have a few drinks, have a few laughs, and like talk about spooky shit. So, I mean, I have to have something, and this is just left in my fridge, so it'll have to
That works.
do.
It is 2:42 in the afternoon, so I'm not. And I drank last night, so I'm just got a big glass of water. Does that count?
That counts, yeah. I mean,
It's really big. Like that counts for something. It's big.
it's 2:30, but also I'm in Philly and it's Super Bowl Sunday, so
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
I'm gonna
Big game.
I'm gonna use that as an excuse to start day drinking.
That's
right
fine.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever you got to do.
So, Cool Parents Podcast is the podcast that you co-host with our good friend Justin. Now, you guys
Yes.
talk about like ghosts and Bigfoot a lot, but are
Mhm.
you like a cryptids guy? Like normally?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like
Yeah, we do talk about cryptid. Like we do focus on the Squatch, of course, and ghost demons and that kind of thing. But yeah, we occasionally talk about like we did the Flatwoods Monster a while ago. We did an episode about that. We did we've done various incarnations of the Squatch and Yeti and the Momo, the Yowie, and so forth.
We're actually going to talk about one of those today. It's not
the
the main.
Dover
It's not the
Demon.
main cryptid, but there is
Right.
another Squatch. I only put in here because the name I thought you would really love.
Oh, is it I think which one that we've talked about. I'm guessing that it's the one that cries.
The Squonk.
The Squonk. Is it
No,
the Squonk?
it's not the Squonk.
We talked about the Squonk, and I love the Squonk.
The Squonk's one of my favorites. There's actually a
Love
Squonk
that.
Fest in August, I think, in Pennsylvania that I'm desperately trying to get to.
Do it. Just go.
I want to
Hoof
be.
it.
I'm going to be a sponsor, dude.
Just do it for free first, and then
Next year,
then they're gonna. Yeah, then they'll feel bad, and they'll say, "Do you need a place to sleep?" And you say, "Yeah."
I'll go full Squonk on them. Just start crying.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right.
Get
Well,
into it.
today we got an episode for you. I already told you what it is, but for our listeners, today's episode is about the Enfield Monster. Are you familiar?
Yes, I mean in a general way. I don't know much aside from the fact that it's like, is it in the Midwest or something?
Yeah, it's in Illinois.
Illinois, yeah. So, and then like for a long time, I kind of conflated it with the Enfield Poltergeist, which is that's the Enfield in England, and so I was like, wait, is this the thing from The Conjuring 2? But it's not. It's not at all. And then yeah, all I really know is that it's hairy beast, a short beast.
It is short.
It's short, and not a lot of evidence for it, but
No. No, there's not.
but that's pretty much it. That's all I got.
We made research really hard for this episode because only 3 people saw it,
Right.
but
Right.
also because the Enfield Poltergeist, trying to find, I'll see the Enfield Horror and I'll go to the website and
Mhm.
it's just about spooky ghosts.
Yeah, exactly. It's they need to be better with their naming conventions and just give it a name similar to Squonk
Just
if you want it to stand out.
exactly.
It's a crowded field, the cryptid industry.
It really is. That's why they have so many
Yeah.
different names for Bigfoot when it's literally all just Bigfoot.
Right. And really their feet are proportional to their body, I think, right? Because they're like 10 feet tall.
Yeah.
So their foot ought to be big. It ought to be.
I feel like that's just they're being really insensitive to him.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. All right.
Yeah, okay. All right.
You ready to get in on this?
Hell yeah.
All right. So the
Feed
Enfield
it to me.
I'm gonna. All right. The Enfield Monster, or the Enfield Horror, as some call it, is a North American cryptid spotted in the southern area of Illinois in the town of Enfield. Now,
Did you just pronounce the S in Illinois? I'm sorry to interrupt, but
I did.
is that a thing that people do?
Southern Illinois?
Is that a Philadelphia
I
thing?
fucking did. I don't know. I don't know.
Dude.
I don't know why I did it. All right, let's go.
It's okay. No, I say stick with it. Go with your heart.
Yeah. So
Follow your heart.
before we get into the sightings and descriptions of the monster, I think it's important to talk about the area in which it was sighted. So Southern Illinois has a really long history of high strangeness cryptid sightings. And it's been going on for so long now that even the Native Americans and early settlers of the area designated the area as the Devil's Kitchen, which isn't that,
Oh.
I think, isn't that, no, that's
The
Hell's
Hell's
Kitchen. I was
Kitchen.
thinking
That's
of
where
Daredevil.
Daredevil's from. Yeah. That's a real place too. And it's also a reality show about cooking. So
It is.
Yeah.
So reports of UFOs, phantom black cats, thunderbirds, and abominable swamp slobs, with the most famous being the most famous being the Murfreesboro mud monster, which was seen in the summer of 1973 by a 4-year-old boy.
I love that.
Abominable swamp slobs. Yeah, it's good.
Everything about that. I mean, that's the best part. Abominable swamp slobs is a tongue twister for the ages, but also just giving credence to a 4-year-old's account is fucking hilarious.
He was the only one who saw it.
Right.
Brilliant.
Right. Which means he fucking drew it on a napkin or something. And when he was at Friendly's and was just like, hey, Bob, look at this. I just made him up. He's called what was he called?
The Murfreesboro mud monster.
He's the Murfreesboro mud monster. And then Mom's like, hey, that's not real. And he's like, yes, it is. I'm going to the police. And then he made his statement official.
So the 4-year-old boy saw that in 1973, which coincidentally, this is the same time frame that the Enfield Monster was also spotted. According to astonishinglegends.org, the first recorded sighting of the monster occurred on the evening of April 25th in 1973 by a young boy named Greg Garrett, who was playing in his backyard when he was approached by the creature. So he described it as being tripedal, with sharp claws on each foot, gray skin that seemed almost slimy, and having massive red eyes. Greg straight up.
It's not hairy?
No, it's not hairy.
It was hairy.
No.
Wow. See, I was fed a bunch of lies.
Yeah, well, some depictions also show it having horns, but I don't know if it does or not.
Right.
I've never seen it.
Hard to tell.
Yeah. So Greg, frozen with fear, stood there as the creature clawed at his feet, which tore his sneakers to shred. Unfortunately, Greg would not survive his encounter with the Enfield Monster, and he became the first victim.
No,
he didn't die. He just
no. Just his shoes.
Just his shoes. Yeah, no. He just.
I figured
ran
this
away.
out. I debunked it already. Can I tell you my quick theory, really quick?
Yeah, no, go for it. Yeah,
it's just he fucked up his new shoes that he just got from his mom or his dad for Christmas or whatever. And he didn't want to admit that he went where he wasn't supposed to go and fucked up his shoes when he was playing in the old scrapyard or something. And that's it. He's just like, monster did it, Mom.
I really hope. I feel like that's a lot of cryptid encounters could also be that.
Yeah,
just trying to blame
it's just all excuses.
Like, no, I swear to God.
Right. I didn't kill that guy. There was a Sasquatch ripped his arms off. Yeah. I saw it.
There was an abominable swamp slob. And he fucking just came out of nowhere.
Yeah. Right.
All right. So the next sighting would happen later that night at around 9 p.m. when Henry McDaniel and his family would also encounter the Enfield Monster. McDaniel was at home, just being a father and husband in the 70s. So I'm going to assume
smoking cigarettes.
He's like sitting in his chair, drinking a Schlitz, muttering something about how he works too hard for this shit when he heard a scratching at the front door. Now, when he opened it, he was met by the same creature that Greg had reported. Henry described it as about 5 feet tall with a flat body. I don't know what that means.
What?
Grayish in color with a strange disappearing head at least 12 inches across. It had 3 legs and 2 pink eyes the size of flashlight lenses. Now, that's a direct quote. This was in the newspaper. I don't know what any of that fucking means.
What? Okay. First of all, the flashlight lenses thing.
Yeah.
The kid said that too, right?
He said he had
the one who's
no, they just said he had 2 big red eyes.
Just big red eyes. Okay, he didn't say flashlight eyes.
No.
Okay.
He also didn't describe it as flat or having a disappearing head that's 12 inches across.
12 inches across, flat head. So it's like a pop-up book.
In my head, I just picture that Danny DeVito from that one episode of It's Always Sunny where he's wearing like the wrestling unitard.
Yeah,
he's like the trash man or whatever.
Yeah,
That's the exact
trash man.
That is the image I have in my head when he describes it as a flat body with.
No, that works. I mean, technically not flat, but
his head doesn't go that far above his shoulder, so he's kind of
it's not 12 inches wide either, though, the head. And it also doesn't disappear. Danny DeVito is not the Enfield Monster. We got to make that clear.
But can we prove that, though? What was Danny DeVito doing in 1973? Wow.
That's a good point. It really makes you think.
It really makes you think.
Yeah.
Now, upon being greeted by this hideous beast, Henry's immediate reaction was to fire a pistol at it and cause it to hiss and fuck right off.
Of course.
So that just means that he answers the door with a gun all the time.
Right. It doesn't matter. Time of day, what he's doing. He could interrupt dinner, and he's cocking his gun, and he's, what do you want? Get off my lawn. Who are you?
It's such an old man, like grizzled thing to do.
Yeah, but this was in the 70s, right? So like old people were like 30 at that point, you know? So that's like that, you know, he could have been my age, had a whole bucket of kids and a big fat shotgun. Oh wait, no, it wasn't shotgun.
It was a pistol. Either way.
Okay.
But news of the sighting broke, and by April 27th, stories of the monster was being reported all over Illinois. I said Illinois again.
Well, there's West Illinois, and East Illinois, so both of those.
Now, one newspaper, the Champaign Urbana News Gazette, noted that Henry was a rational and sober person. So they took his sighting credible.
And they have alcohol in their title.
Yeah, and so, you know he was hammering back some Schlitz, dude.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
But
yeah, definitely.
On May 6th, just a couple weeks after Henry's first encounter with the Enfield Monster, he was awoken by his neighbor's dogs causing all sorts of a ruckus. And then curious as to what was causing the dogs to be so, I wrote boisterous because I wanted to sound smart, but I really don't know what that word means, if it even fits.
That works.
Boisterous, yeah.
Fuck yeah, I'm just like
so
loud.
Fucking good at podcasting, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
But Henry got out of bed, opened his front door to see the creature again down by the railroad tracks, which are just outside of his house. Henry was quoted as saying, quote, "I didn't shoot at it this time or anything. It started down the railroad track. It wasn't in a hurry or anything." So it's just kind of sauntering along the railroad tracks, and he had to specify that he didn't shoot at it this time.
I did not shoot at it this time, so I followed it calmly. I wanted to see where it was going.
So that means he opens the door with a gun, but doesn't sleep with a gun.
Right.
Which is good.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I feel like it should be the other
not
way
much
around,
not much of an Illinois man, if you ask me.
For not sleeping with a gun.
Yeah, you got to open carry into the bed. You know,
that's the only place.
All the time.
Yeah, no,
all the time. Because what's going to stop a bad guy with a gun, right? It's the guy who sleeps with his gun. The good one.
Now, after all the reports going out about the creature, Enfield was soon swamped with reporters, monster hunters, researchers, and looky-loos. I don't know why I wrote looky-loos. I think I read that somewhere, and I thought it was really fun.
They're a real pest.
Yeah,
looky-loos.
Now, some of them were causing such a stir that Deputy Sheriff Jim Clark arrested 5 men for hunting violations, as well as being, quote, threats to public safety, after they were open firing into some underbrush where they claimed to have seen something gray and hairy that ran off, quote, faster than a man could. So it could have been
like anything else.
Anything.
The neighbor's cat.
They're just 5 dudes just shooting into a bush.
A squirrel. Oh, probably a squirrel.
I love it.
Fuck this bush.
I just love that. Threats to public safety.
Yeah, I agree with that part.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Goddamn. Now, out of all the commotion caused by all these nerds descending onto the town, one actually credible report came from it. A news director from Kokomo, Indiana, with this name sounds so fake, Rick Rainbow, and 3
Rainbow.
Good old Dick Rainbow.
Ricky Rainbow is a traveling clown.
That's what like, that can't be a real name, right?
That's got to be a clown name.
It has to be. But apparently he was a news director from Kokomo, Indiana. Which is the
Kokomo too?
Yeah, didn't the Beach Boys sing about that song?
Is that that can't be the same Kokomo?
I don't think so. That'd be a bummer.
That would be. Yeah.
Just take you to Kokomo, Indiana.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where everybody wants to go.
Yeah, but
Way down to Kokomo.
but
Way down.
Dick Rainbow and 3 other people claim to have seen the monster at an old abandoned house
Dick Rainbow.
near.
It also sounds like he could be like an old sheriff or something, you know?
Yeah,
Like Sheriff Rainbow's in town. He ain't gonna take none of your shit. Rick Rainbow at your service. You know? You think you could come into Rick Rainbow's town and show your ass?
I just feel like Rick Rainbow is such an improbable name. Like, either
I've never heard of a person with Rainbow as a name.
no, that's why I don't.
No.
I don't know.
The first thought, I mean, honestly, I just think of Gary Glitter, which I'd rather not.
That's
but
unfortunate.
it's like on the same level, like the name, just the name. That's, you know.
Well, wait, what was? It reminds me of what was Robin Williams' character from Death to Smoochie?
Oh my God, I don't remember.
But wasn't it something Rainbow?
It might have been.
I think it was.
I can check.
Yeah, we'll look it up. You look it up. I'll keep telling you the story.
Yeah.
Okay. But they claim to have seen the monster at an old abandoned house, which is right near McDaniel's place. The group didn't get the best look at it since it was running away, but Dick Rainbow claimed to have gotten a recording of its cry, and I could not, for the life of me, find a recording at all.
Really?
Yeah, no, I don't think it actually exists. You think you would, if you would have that, you would have aired it. He was the news director for a station.
Yeah, even in the 70s, I think they would have a record of it.
You would think.
You put that canister you did bury it or something so that it doesn't get lost. It's important information.
Like a time capsule.
Yeah. Robin Williams played Rainbow Randolph.
It was close.
Yeah, that's halfway there.
Rainbow Randy.
Rainbow Randy, yeah.
Rick Rainbow.
Rick Rainbow, yeah. Oh, wow. So we've got Robin Williams hunting for Danny DeVito.
Mm-hmm. That pretty much sums it up. That's the whole story.
With a gun?
With a gun.
With a gun.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Now, not long after Rick Rainbow and his encounter, the sightings of the Enfield Monster pretty much ended abruptly with no explanation ever given as to what exactly people were seeing around the town. Some people think that it was connected to sightings of UFOs that were happening around the town. Others just chalked it up to the area, seeing as how it's been known to have stuff like this happen a lot. Either way, the beast hasn't been seen since, and still 50 years later, people are still talking about it, hoping that one day they will get an answer as to what happened all those years ago. Now, the best part of this story is that, remember Greg, the boy whose shoes got all fucked up?
How could I forget Greg? I'll remember Greg forever.
He later told researchers at Western Illinois University that his report was a hoax, and he just made it up to tease to tease McDaniel and have fun with any out-of-town newsmen. He just wanted to fuck with this old man.
Wow. And people still latch on to that story.
Yeah. So the Greg story was actually in several articles that I read about the Enfield Monster as a credible story.
Oh, okay.
Until I stumbled upon, I forget what it was, but it was like a news thing, and it came out that he lied just to make fun of the old man.
Wow. So not a lot of people know about this.
No.
So you're blowing the lid off of this thing.
Yeah. Fucking
it's going viral.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm fucking Snowden.
Proof.
Not Snowden. Yeah, Snowden.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or the WikiLeaks guy. Who's the WikiLeaks guy? Julian Assange. Yeah. But no, that's the story of the Enfield Monster. That's really all it is. There's nothing going on here.
I love it. But I have some questions.
Mainly, bud.
Why, just from a biological standpoint, why has this fucker got 3 legs? Nothing has 3 legs. Nothing.
It would seem really inconvenient, right?
It doesn't. It's not going to help with anything. It's just going to get in the way.
No, because if you...
So are they sure it wasn't just a giant,
a giant
hanger?
dong? That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Just a massive hog.
Yeah, just it had a huge cork on him. That had to be it.
Yeah,
that had to be it.
I don't know.
Because nothing has a 3rd leg. Everything's symmetrical, and there's 2 legs or 4 legs, or like a million legs if you're a bug. That's it.
Maybe it's just like a fucked up dog. No, because that had two
Right.
arms.
Or Danny DeVito. Or it was Danny DeVito.
Because he does wear.
Wait.
Danny DeVito wears magnums for his massive hog.
Right. Of course, we know that. That's the third leg. So that's not up for debate. But
Yeah.
The head disappearing. That was who was it that said that was.
That was McDaniel.
That was a different guy.
He said that was
okay.
Yeah, that was the one who answered the door with a gun.
Right.
But I don't know what he means by disappearing head. I don't know if he means like it like retracts like a turtle, or if it
that's what I was thinking. Like it, those Power Rangers toys. You remember those ones that the head just retracts into their chest?
Then you squeeze the legs and fucking pops right back up.
Yeah. It's like that.
Kinda, I guess. I just don't know what.
Yeah, no, it is.
I don't know. There's like every rendition, every like picture I've seen of it is obviously like an artist rendition of it, and they're all wildly different.
They take some liberties. Yeah, they tend to do that when all you've got for description is like the head disappears,
Dick Rainbow, and fucking
huge dick. Oh, and Dick Rainbow. You got what else? The big eyes like flashlights. How tall? 3-4 feet?
He said 4 to 5.
Guy?
He said 4 to 5, but that's
4 or 5 feet?
That seems big. I can't imagine it was.
Oh, you think?
Big. It seems big, right?
Well, it depends on what it is.
He said it was 5 feet tall
for a human being.
Yeah, but I'm 5'5".
Right.
So that means it was as tall as me.
So the Enfield Monster is a short king.
But basically, but what I want to know is, so all right, so it has 3 legs and 2 arms, kind of like a fucked up satyr type looking thing, I guess.
Okay.
But what I don't understand, like, is it 5 feet? Like, if it's like standing up, like,
right? What's his posture?
Yeah, like I feel like you'd have to be like hunched over if you have 3 legs, right? You can't just be fucking.
Well, this dude didn't even say where the third leg was.
Every picture I've seen is fucking right in the middle.
Just a tripod.
Yeah.
Thing. Then how do you run like that? And it runs really fast, apparently.
Oh, faster than any human.
So do you think maybe it's supernatural in nature?
See, I don't know. To me, like this type of sighting, for some reason, it reminds me a lot of the Dover Demon, which was just like, it was like a random encounter seen by like just people going about their daily lives and then never seen again.
Yeah.
So to me, it's kind of like that. It could be extraterrestrial in nature. Interdimensional. Maybe. Could be a flap there. I don't know if you're familiar with
that's
flaps.
where the head was. Yeah, that's where the head was. It disappears because he's poking it in and out of the veil.
Yeah, maybe, or maybe he's a
interdimensional glory hole.
Could be a tulpa.
A tulpa?
A tulpa?
What?
You know what a tulpa is?
I don't think so.
So a tulpa is like, basically, a lot of people think like a lot of high strangeness. It's basically if enough people are like kind of like you kind of will it into existence, kind of. Does that make sense?
Like mass hysteria.
Yeah, kind of like it's a good way to put it. Like Freddy Krueger at the end of one of the Freddy Krueger movies, he comes into the real world because like you kind of like.
Oh, okay. So like actually willed into existence.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. All right. I see.
But that doesn't make any sense because I'd highly doubt that fucking Henry McDaniel was just like willing a nightmare creature into existence.
Maybe he really wanted that thing. He really wanted to kill something, and he's like, "What's great to shoot at? What's a universally hated sort of thing? It's this slimy 3-legged fucker with a head that disappears. Everybody sees that and they want it dead immediately. I'm gonna be a hero. I'm gonna be a hero."
Also, his description also kind of reminds me of what were the fucking demon dog things from Ghostbusters?
Oh yeah,
it kind of reminds me of that. Only with 3 legs and 2 hands.
3 legs, yeah,
massive.
But maybe this one was maybe it was a defect. Maybe it was a birth defect. Maybe the other creatures in its family have 4 legs.
Oh, and he was like the runt of the litter, so they had to fucking.
He
throw
was
him
born.
away.
Yeah, he was born a little bit, less than good. so they tossed him aside.
That could be.
He's pissed. He's out for revenge. That's why he's terrorizing these people.
Yeah,
but he didn't make it far after that. He unfortunately had a bum ticker. He collapsed.
They don't ever say what happened to him. I mean, again, there was no
corpse, no scat.
Yeah, but no one even
footprint.
But no one even like attempted to come up with an explanation. Like at least with like the Dover Demon, they thought it was like a baby moose, and
Right.
you know what I mean? Like there was nothing to even kind of like
Like the chupacabra is a
it's just a dog with
coyote
mange.
with mange.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or a dog. Yeah.
I believe that. I don't believe the chupacabra is real.
Totally.
I don't
Totally.
believe. Yeah.
I don't think it's sucking any goat. That's for sure.
I believe in a lot of weird shit.
I think somebody's sucking goat. Somebody's sucking on goats down there, but
someone's definitely sucking.
it's not
on
the
goat.
coyote or the dog with the mange.
Mm.
It's definitely not. He can't suck. He doesn't have enough lips because of the mange. It's all rotted away.
Fair enough. All right, Curtis. Well, that's the end of the episode. We did it.
Wow. That flew by.
Yeah. Half-hour episodes, baby. That's what I'm trying to do.
Tight. Nice and tight.
You like that
You
shit?
did a great job.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
a great show. I'm thrilled to be here.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming on. Any last thoughts on the Enfield Monster before we part ways?
So, yeah, just to recap real quick.
Recap.
Danny DeVito.
Mm-hmm.
Huge dick.
Massive hog.
Dick Rainbow.
Dick Rainbow.
And Robin Williams.
And Robin Williams.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. All right.
That's
well,
it.
Curtis, you got some stuff going on. You got your podcast. You got a band. You got anything you want to plug before we mosey on out of here?
Yeah. I'm gonna plug up my podcast, Cool Parents Podcast. Which, you know, if you like this kind of shit and some even weirder shit, some real high strangeness, if you know what I'm talking about. Then check that out, coolparents.co. Cool Parents also a band. We do like power pop punk stuff. You can find that also at coolparents.co. And it's been real.
Yeah. And also Cool Parents, one of the best bands ever. You guys got songs about Bigfoot, alien, vampire,
yeah,
some other stuff. So
got a new one that we've been working on about a werewolf called a werewolf, an American werewolf in fishnets. It's about cross-dressing werewolf.
I love it.
Yeah, that's just one of many. We got all kinds of spooky songs, so jump on it if you want.
Yeah, I'll be sure to link all that stuff in the description of the episode so you guys can find it easy. Thanks everyone for listening. Super appreciate it. And with that, I'll see you or talk to you. Talk to you. This is an audio medium, right?
Yeah, but you know, people see shit.